I became born again 2 years ago. And last year I was going through a year of solitude with God, who's really working on refining me and developing a relationship with Him, an intimate relationship. Because I had became born again, I lost all my friends and contacts. I was really in isolation just to know who I was in Christ. And it was very transforming, but very humbling at the same time. I had no community. I wasn't going to church really. I was just in fellowship alone with me and God and my Bible mostly, and watching videos of different pastors and things like that. And I'd go to church here and there, but I just didn't find any home anywhere. I heard about Reset from my now adopted father, Larry. I had him come in and pray for me. I was launching a new business and I was dealing with some controversy there. And he came in and prayed for me, and I asked him for a community where I could get involved in prayer and fellowship. And a week later, he gave me a card to the Reset Ministry Retreat, and I went a week later, and it transformed my life. So it was kind of like the answer to my prayer when I was able to go to the retreat, because I really needed something more. I was craving something more that I was not receiving on my own. God just answered my prayer and opened the right doors for me. And that's what I found when I went to Reset. I just felt like it was at home. I was able to start sharing my story in a group setting and feel safe. I never shared like in a loud, intimate setting, or not loud, a community setting, what had happened to me. And I was able to finally come out and be open and receive healing at the same time, which was monumental from the Reset Together class. The enemy had me living in a life where I couldn't share. I just built up walls around me, and I was really ice cold on the outside. I didn't have a heart, I was so bitter. I just found community, I found healing, I found transformation, and most of all, I found my voice. What changed the way I see myself is I didn't see myself as broken, and that started the transformation. That started the healing work, that God could actually go in and soften my heart, and I could actually be loving and kind to people and see other people in their brokenness and love them the way they are, just like how I wish others would have seen me, What changed with my relationship with God is I found out that God is a loving God, and that He's not pointing His finger condemning me. I found out that His love is not conditional. I knew my father as a religious father, not as a true loving father, where I couldn't relate to him as a father, and it helped heal my wounds from my original father, so that once those wounds were healed, I could also accept the love from God even more. And the community that I found here has given me the grace, that shows a reflection of who Jesus is and who God is. So to understand what love really truly meant was transformational, and that's what I received here. It opened my relationship and experience with God, showing me how much He loved me. I was able to learn how to mourn. I was doing the Reset Together class, and it's an 11-week class that really walked us through seasons and phases of our life. We did 2 weeks on mourning, and I was able to have intimacy with God and mourn a lot of my losses that I didn't ever mourn, because I was raised in a family where we didn't show emotion. We just pretend like everything was always fine. So I actually got to receive even more healing by lamenting and learning what lament really truly meant. As I continue on my journey with my relationship with God, I have an ability to react in a healthier way to things. God's really been working on me with offenses and not being so easily triggered. And I know having Reset as a community has really helped me cope with a lot of things that I had to cope with. It's a lot of shedding of pride and things like that has been able to be where I'm able actually to go through it, right? I'm able to stay on stable ground as opposed to just withering away. And I learned healthy coping mechanisms as opposed to before I would, run to drinking or run to go do something else, as opposed to just really diving in with God and letting Him do the work He needs to do in my heart. What has stayed with me since my Reset experience has been breaking of soul ties. We walked through breaking of soul ties, and that was monumental for me, for cutting some ties to some toxic relationships that was still kind of entertaining and involved in, that God really just didn't want me to. And again, just more receiving of his love and breaking down the wall that I had up around my heart, that, where I just really couldn't receive a lot of goodness from God. So that's really what stuck with me. It was just getting rid of the toxicity that was still lingering, and then just being revived and renewed. Honestly, I would recommend Reset to everybody. It's a commitment that you would make for you and God, not for anybody else. And I just think that it's all about heart transformation. The more we linger with brokenness in our heart, the harder it is to accept good things in our lives, and especially love most of all. I feel like in this world, it's just such a broken world, and it's so tough out there, that you need to feel God's love, and it's the love of God is just resonating in Reset, and I love it. And don't hold back on yourself. Allow God to do the work that He's called. It's worth going through the transformation, because you come out better on the other side. You come out vibrant and full of life, and most of all, full of God's love.